I sat alone in my dimly lit study, the only sound the soft hum of the lamp beside me. Suddenly, a faint knock echoed through the room. I hesitated, wondering if I imagined it, but then the knock came again. 3 soft taps, like a child's gentle summons. I approached the door cautiously, feeling a shiver run down my spine. Who could be visiting at this hour? I peered through the peephole and my heart skipped a beat. 2 small figures stood on my porch, their faces deathly pale, and I couldn't see their eyes. They wore old-fashioned clothing, and their smiles seemed off. "Who is it?" I called out, trying to keep my voice steady. "Please, ma'am," one of them said in a high-pitched voice. "We need to come in. It is very important." A chill ran down my spine. Something about their tone and their mannerisms felt wrong. I hesitated, and in that moment they began to chant in unison, their voices weaving a hypnotic spell. I stepped back, my mind foggy. The next thing I knew, I was standing aside, letting them in. They glided past me, and I could see their eyes. They were black as night and fixed on mine. As they entered, the room seemed to darken, as if the shadows themselves were moving. The children sat down at my table, their eyes never leaving mine. "We'll just rest a moment," one of them said, their voice dripping with otherworldly sweetness. I felt a creeping sense of dread. Who were these children, and what did they want? As I watched, frozen in fear, they began to change. Their faces elongated, their skin stretching taut over their skulls. The black eyes seemed to suck all the light out of the room. Suddenly, they vanished. The room was silent once more, except for the sound of my own ragged breathing. I stumbled backward, slamming the door shut behind me. I knew then that I had encountered something ancient, something that didn't belong in this world. The knock in the night had been a summons, a call to something dark and primal. I wonder if I'll ever be able to shake the feeling of those black eyes on me, watching me, waiting for me to let them in again. The black-eyed kids, or BEKs, are part of modern urban folklore, often described as small, childlike figures with entirely black eyes. The stories typically involve encounters between these mysterious beings and individuals, often in a creepy or menacing context. The BEK phenomenon gained traction online in the 1990s, particularly shared through experiences and stories. Some claim these entities are supernatural, paranormal, or even alien. Others interpret them as manifestations of a psychological or neurological conditions. The typical narrative involves a BEK knocking on a door or attempting to gain entry into a home or vehicle. They're often described as polite but unsettling, with an otherworldly aura. Some people report feeling an intense sense of fear or dread when encountering these entities. While the origins of BEK legends are unclear, it's evident that they've become a staple of modern horror and mystery. Many people find the stories fascinating and thought-provoking, while others are simply spooked. What do you think?